Leipzig churches have been found to grow on average 10% above the general growth rate in the Church of England, and they're more likely to grow with their under 18s and more likely to begin a fresh expression of worship if they've taken part in this Leipzig course. My name's Sue and I am the National Director of Leading Your Church into Growth. The main focal point is a conference that we run for the local church, encouraging them in how to grow and how to work together, clergy and laity, to secure the future of the parish church. So typically a conference runs for 3 days, although we also run them online or as day conferences. But ideally we do a 3-day residential conference, and in that conference we are looking at the building blocks for church growth, such as praying for growth, fruitful evangelism, looking at the quality of our worship, considering our provision for children and for youth. And by the end of the conference, teams from the local church go out with a plan so that they can go out confident that their church too can grow.
Leipzig is really important in my role as the Diocesan Renewal Officer. Firstly, there's nothing about Leipzig that is difficult. There's no hidden, mystery around it. It's just not rocket science, very, very simple steps that every single person, whatever context, whatever their background, whatever churchmanship they come from, everybody can actually do Leipzig. And it starts with the local church being enabled to identify people within their church who've got wonderful gifts and talents and enabling them to grow and know Jesus deeper.
The impact of the Leading Your Church into Growth programme is that it gives you a structure to work to. We particularly like the 4 Ps of prayer, presence, proclamation and persuasion, and having that structure helps us to give ourselves a vision for what we want to do here in Ribbleton, and that structure has really worked for us in the past and we're seeing it work here as well.
Leading your church into growth does not have to mean you've got to have a huge church congregation number to be able to use it well. I think it's been really helpful for us, for people to be part of the journey of growth that we're on, because we are growing, and that's amazing, and that's all God's work. But it's really hard sometimes to articulate that well, and Leipzig's given us that pattern and a process through which we can use to do just what we need to do.
So if this sounds like something you're really keen to get involved in, or could really work in your local church, there are different ways you can engage with our conferences. Some dioceses are choosing to work with us directly, and we're running conferences for individual dioceses. If that's not happening in your diocese, it's worth chatting to your mission director, seeing if that's a possibility.